let's do a quick after show. Let's just bring everyone on at once. We got Elevation, Looks for L, and Spicoli.
Yo, that guy's based, by the way. I'm glad you had him on your podcast.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you want me to get? Do you want me to get his number for you?
I'll do it. Don't worry.
Okay.
Alex, I'm just curious. Did he mention it? I don't care. I'm just curious. I know other guys are, but I don't really give a shit. I'm just curious. Did he ever mention his body? How old is that guy? He's like around 30, right? And did he ever mention his body count?
He's 27. I didn't ask him his body count because I felt like it was a silly question, but yeah.
But he's gotten over it. We know it's high. Here's my question. I have a question, Alex. Can I ask you a question? I was going to ask him.
Yeah, go ahead.
My question is, I find obviously I'm not a black killer like these guys but I think, do you think a lot of these guys, especially the ones who are under 30, do you think a lot of them use the black pill philosophy as a coping mechanism because they're not, listen, because they're
not real black pillars, bro. They're not black pillars. They're not
Greg,
real, bro. You can't be a 21-year-old and a black pillar. It's bullshit.
Why'd you say Greg? I didn't say a word.
Greg, please.
Calm down, old man. Calm down, old man.
Alex, look how this guy.
Good, Coley.
Let me talk, Greg, before he bounces out. Greg, do you think a lot of these black pillars? Greg, if you're laughing,
you keep calling your Elevation,
Just let him finish.
Let me finish. Alex, do you think a lot of, I personally think, I want your opinion, that a lot of these under 30-year-old black pillars, and if anybody's reacting to this, it just means they're good in their black pill, okay? I think a lot of these under 30 black pillars are black pilled and into the looks is everything, and they view looks as 90 to 100% of everything because they're not driven, I don't know why, but they're not driven to go after money and status. So I think if you're not going after money or status, what else do you have? There's only 3 pillars, right? Money, status, and really looks, right? There's personality, but the 3 triad everybody thinks about is money, looks, and status, right? So I'm just thinking for myself, if I didn't have money or status or something, I myself would be going after just looks. What do you think, Alex? Is it a cope? Is it an excuse?
I've made my feelings pretty clear on that. Yes, I do think it's largely a cope. I think that it's pretty interesting that a community of people who says looks are the only things or the main things that matter. Like 5% of them are actually looks max, like 95% of them are not looks max. So yeah, I mean, I think that kind of tells you all you need to know.
Well, you don't necessarily have to do it. You just need to be aware of the concepts. Plus, it's not just about gym. You can do hairstyles, skincare. You can do other things that matter a lot more.
Okay.
So,
yeah, but that's like saying like, oh, you don't need to be. You don't
just
actually
get a haircut.
You don't actually need to make money. You just need to be aware of the concepts of how you can make money.
Well, no, because gym can only enhance so much. Most of it is predetermined, right? Like people try and say you can do a lot of things, but most of it is predetermined. That's why.
Well, you just said that you agree with a lot of what Austin said. I mean, he was saying the exact opposite.
Well, he was saying looks is 70%. Like,
right, but you just conveniently ignored the other part, which is that he was saying gym is very important. I disagree with that part of the black pill where they say gym doesn't matter. I think gym is very important. He was literally saying that several times.
Alex, I have another question. Alex, don't you think a guy who's a 6 or a 6.5, let's say a guy's a 6.5, a 6.5 on the look scale, everybody would agree, universally pretty much 6.5. Don't you think if he's got money and status, he can easily get a chick who's an 8? I think he can. What do you say?
I mean, I think there's a lot of factors to it, and like depends on how old is he, how good his social skills are. I mean, I think there's a million other factors that need to be considered. In theory, sure, a guy who's a 6 can get an 8 if there's other things that he's compensating with. But how likely is that?
One man's 8 is also.
Well, I don't really believe money makes a big difference unless you're going for gold diggers. So money to me is like largely irrelevant. So status does make a huge role. Yeah, if you have status, that's a massive game changer. Like I've said this, like someone like what's his name? Like who's that fat guy? Oh, Jonah Hill will like destroy everyone, basically just because he has massive status. So
Jonah Hill,
that's fucking cap.
Alex, I want to say one thing. Alex, he also said that if a girl's attached to you guys, I've always said this, if she's hooked on you, if she falls for you, if she loves you, that overrides any fucking hypergamy. Alex will agree with me, I believe, and Austin also confirmed it, guys. If a girl loves you and is attached to you, that will beat out a guy with...
Dude, why is this
Alex,
guy
what
yelling?
do you say about that? Alex, you agree, right?
I thought you were talking about me.
No.
It's just coping, Coley. You're just coping.
Not with every girl, but with a good amount. Yeah, if the girl
She's
is
so
like
excited.
has good values and stuff like that, yeah, I do think investment is a massive factor that the red pill conveniently ignores.
Well, I mean, what Dunham said, right, after he
Yeah.
said that 70-30 thing, he then said it depends which phase you're in within
That's
the
true.
relationship as well. He said, like, at first it's 70-30, and he's right. Like, I would say within the first 3 to 5 minutes, that looks is probably the primary element that matters the most. So
Right, and
I
also
agree with that. But then it sort of starts fluctuating a little bit.
Well, then he said it switches and it becomes 30-70 basically.
Sure.
What was it? He was saying how like he has girls message him first. That just like points out to you like how important the true desire is. I think he was nailing that on the head. How
Let me
if a
make a
girl is
point
chasing
too.
you, it just shows you how much she really wants you. It's none of this game bullshit.
Exactly.
In
She just really wants you.
one person's 8 is going to be different from another person's 8. Like some guys
But
will
the chick has
overrate
to
girls
come
and
after
some
you.
guys will
Look,
underrate
so you
girls.
have this habit of like fighting demons and like shadows and like attacking arguments that no one is making. Like no one is saying that. Like I feel like but bro, like come on, this clearly shows that looks matter. It's like everyone gets that. Like
Right,
oh
but
come on, bro.
how
But like
much?
good-looking guys will get like more interest from girls. I got you. It's like no one's ever disagreed with that.
But listen to the entitlement from a Chad, right? He's mentioning, oh, I wait until they message me. There's dudes out here with 0 matches. Like, think about how it makes them feel.
According to himself, he said that he wasn't born a Chad. That he had to earn that. He was
Most
ultra skinny.
Chads
He was
were
not
kinda
successful with women. So
He was born high tier normie, and then he became a Chad.
Right,
He
right,
ascended.
exactly.
Most Chads are like
I had to
Chads
become.
that are being
I had to
developed.
earn my way to. I had to bust
have
my
to have
ass to
that
get where I
genetic
am.
But Coley,
baseline,
are you in
high
a
tier normie
tunnel?
baseline.
Holy shit.
What? All I'm
sounds like
saying
he's
is
in
you
a
guys
tunnel.
are hung up on. I want to make another
He's in a
point.
fucking bridge, bro. He's under a bridge. What the fuck? Are you...
Alex, listen. Even if a guy's a Chad, Alex will agree and Austin agree. A Chad, sure, he might be able to get a chick, but can he keep a chick? A lot of
Probably,
Chads
'cause he's
don't
Chad.
have the personality to keep a chick long term. And over time, I want to make a point because I'm an older guy. Looks become less important to a woman as she ages. The same woman who's 45 and hot, she's not as much into looks as when she was 25 and hot. That's just a fact. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Alex.
I do actually agree with what Spicoli said. Like, I don't want to name any names, but I do know a Chad, a few Chads actually, but there's one that I'm thinking of that is able to get in the door quite often, fuck the girls, but his relationships always just like deteriorate to like
Brutal
dog shit because he's not able to set clear boundaries and stuff like that. So yeah.
Damn.
The other thing I noticed Austin said is it's not in terms of percentages, which I completely agree. It's not like percent
I
looks,
agree with that
percent
too.
game. It's like
No.
looks first, then game, or whatever you want to call that.
Well, I think it's like what's more important, the engine or the transmission? You kind of need both to drive the car.
No, you're not. You're misunderstanding. You need one first, like before the other. It's not like both at the same time.
Well, yeah, but then that goes back to the paradigm I described. If you have the looks, but you don't have the game, like you're going to have a lot of opportunities, but you're not going to convert those opportunities into shit, except for the girls who are ultra interested, right? That's the issue.
Alex,
And that's
Alex,
exactly what Austin was describing. He was mentioning girls who message him first. That shows like clear interest, right? So
Well, what does that have to do with anything? We're not talking about Austin right
it
now.
shows like girls who message you first based on appearance, they're going to be sticking around at a much higher rate, just like
Yeah, but Austin is not like fucking socially autistic. Austin probably has pretty decent social skills.
Yeah, most people are not socially autistic. It's
No,
just
like most people have poor social skills. Like you see this on the speed dates.
Alex,
I am.
Is it just a coincidence that they're not good looking?
Wait,
80% of the
Alex,
people who go on the speed dates have below average social skills.
Alex, can I quote him again? That destroys the black pill, and it's coming from him, and he's obviously a Chad, Tyrone, whatever. Listen, this destroys the black pill. Remember what he said, Alex? I'm going to paraphrase him. He said this. He said, guys, if you meet a woman in your social or friend circle, and you've been her acquaintance or friend, you're not friend zoned, but you're an acquaintance or friend of hers, you're in her community, whether it's the church or who knows where, it could be an online community. If she gets to, here's what he said. He goes, if she gets to know you that way and really likes your personality and finds you attractive that way, looks is not as much important to her as if she just saw you on the street. It's not as important to her.
He's raising his hand.
To know you that way. He said it. What do you think, Alex?
Okay. Well, let's let someone else talk. Okay, go ahead, John.
Would you agree, Alex?
I kind of missed what you were saying. What was the general premise of what you said?
My thing is, Austin said this, Alex. He says, guys, if you're so hung up on your looks, he goes, the best way to actually meet a chick, and I agree with him, if you meet a chick as an acquaintance or friend.
Social circle. Yeah, I agree with that. In a friend
circle, and she gets to know you that way, she's going to cut you slack on the fucking look. Am I right, Alex?
Go back under your bridge, bro.
I agree. Let's move next to.
Move on. Let me get high and listen.
All right.
Let Johnny talk. Yo, go ahead, Johnny.
So I kind of like made a realization, even though you've said it a trillion times, there's like 3 main things that I should do, or anyone who's like normal to good looking should do, to really improve the quality of girls they're getting. And it's like, 1, obviously, is looks max. You should do that always. Like, you say that all the time. But even more so, I don't know how I would do that per se, but you should do that. 2 is definitely improve your social media presence to top tier. Like, if you can do that, like Austin said, he was getting like girls DMing him on Instagram. That shit's happened to me like twice in my life.
People notice he's like really good looking with good body. It's all comes back to looks. The only thing that a social media does is it shows your looks in like a box format. Literally, it's just like.
Look, don't worry, I'll send you a link to his Instagram so you can jerk off.
I actually wish I could have chatted with him for a bit because I've watched his stuff in the past, and he's like a cool guy.
Yeah,
you're like such a Chad.
Tyrone.
I'm a little nervous right now.
But just
if he was 6'3",
quickly, Johnny,
looks is going to be like elevation on a speed day if he talks to Austin.
If he wasn't vertically challenged, he would be a model.
Yeah, he's slightly vertically challenged, but he compensates with like
let Johnny
a S-tier
finish his
physique.
point, bro.
Yeah, let's let Johnny
finish.
One more.
Yeah, go on, Johnny. Go on.
But Looks did make a good point just now that his social media is displaying like his good looks and like traveling a lot, like his skills. So definitely need to work on that. And then 3, I think that probably all the black pillars won't agree on, but they might. The way I phrase it is, you should work on your social skills by going up to people in every single situation and getting your social skills better than everyone else. Like, if you can handle any single situation in a calibrated manner, I guarantee you'll get more hoes.
Game and social skills are extremely important. I mean, like Austin said himself, I mean, this is like, I guess, a small example, but like, you know, it took me like years to get him on for a podcast. Okay. It wasn't like easy as emailing him. I was like very persistent. And you know, that's like so even in terms of business and stuff like that, like having good social skills, like, is very useful. Like, I think if this was like 10 years ago, I probably would have just like gotten butthurt and been like, well, whatever, you don't want to come on my podcast. And then like that would have like blew it out, right? So I think there's infinite benefits to improving your social skills. And yeah, like looks, obviously you should improve that. And social media, yeah, it's probably good. You know, I wouldn't like obsess about that. Would be like the less important one out of those 3. For me.
Damn near approaching is so fucking important though. Like, not even approaching women per se, but knowing how to just like open a conversation with anyone. Think about all the normal people who never learned about game that just open up people in the grocery store. Like, they're picking up carrots and they see someone and they're like, oh yeah, good produce. I don't know what the fuck they say, but obviously like everyone needs to have the social skills to handle any normal interaction like that. Or if you see someone on the street, like obviously.
I think 80 to 90% of guys have below average social skills.
I mean, maybe. I don't even know what that means,
bro.
Like,
that's true. Most people can have a normal fucking conversation. Like,
it's really not enough to have a normal fucking conversation. You have to be able to seduce the girl. You have to be able to build sexual tension. You have to be able to pass any objections or shit that she gives you. You have to be able to escalate in the right way. You have to be able to isolate her from friends if she's with friends. It's not enough to just be in high school. I could have an average conversation, dude. I had like a good group of friends, right? But I still wasn't getting laid. Like, when it came to like actually seducing a girl, I was dog shit. So like we did I mean, this is not a big data point, but when we did the what's it called, the real life speed dating on the street, I mean, like 98% of guys wouldn't even do it. They would just come up with like some random excuse. But out of the guys that did do it, and there was some footage that we didn't show, but like most of them like sucked. Like one of them was
you
like,
have to also understand that when this is filmed, it brings the nerves up. Like some people get nervous when they're being filmed, right? It has to be in a much more like natural setting where you have like a hidden camera and then dudes are approaching a girl. Like I remember you had one like that who approached your girlfriend. So like more like that. As
those guys suck too. None of those guys were good either.
Well, not necessarily good, but at least average social skills. That's kind of
not
what I'm
really.
saying.
I would say below.
Alex, I got to call you out on one thing though. Like some of the factors that you were mentioning connected to game, a lot of that doesn't actually revolve around the role that attraction plays. Like for example, even if you can logistically maneuver yourself around a friend or isolate her or pull her or get the friends away, I mean that doesn't in itself produce attraction or generate attraction, right?
Yeah, you're right, but that's
I guess my question for you would be, what percent of game is relevant to attraction versus what percent of game is more like logistical and logical?
Yeah. So okay. So that's a fair question, but I was never saying that builds attraction. Of course it doesn't. But attraction, like I feel like black pillars really focus on attraction, but attraction in of itself doesn't really mean shit to me and most people. Like what matters is whether you fuck the girl, whether you like want to beating the girl. If that's what you want. Like results is what matters. Not like fucking just the girl was into you. Like who gives a fuck? Like some random girl was into you. And
I give a fuck.
Well, I know you do.
Yeah, he gives a fuck.
I know
it's like a validation queen, bro. It's so weird.
Well, listen,
I know
it's
you would
just
rather
different.
jerk off to the validation than like actually.
Dude, if
like,
people just want to have sex, they can pay for play. The beauty comes from a girl really desiring you, my friend. Like if she's head over heels for you and she messages you first, she's giving you investment, she's doing all that. It's a different feeling, Alex. I'll tell you.
Okay, well,
Alex, he's right.
Call me crazy, but I prefer to like fuck girls rather than just like seek validation.
It's not just that. You can still have sex with her, but when she's the one chasing you, when she really desires you, when she's head over heels, it's next level sex.
I mean, that's
over heels, Max.
Okay, but you still have to fuck the girl.
Desire is not just the girl desiring you.
Right,
for your looks.
so you have to.
There's other variations of genuine desire. You're just like advocating one over the other, and you're trying to be unnuanced and binary. Like it doesn't work like that in real life. In real life, there's a bunch of people who are looks matched or oofy doofy maxed, and they have mutual attraction, despite the fact that the guy isn't like 2 points or 3 points higher than her. So you're just elevating one form of genuine desire over another form. So in that sense, you're coping because you're not actually registering a holistic view of reality.
Oofy doofy is law.
Oh,
to be fair, a lot of those.
Okay, so let me just finish answering your question. So I think that you need to be able to capitalize on that attraction, turn it into something. Because at the end of the day, if you're at a bar and some chick is checking you out and you don't do anything about it, you know what's going to happen? She's going to fuck another dude. She's going to forget all about you 24 hours from now. So I care about results. I don't really care about like potential results. And being able to navigate logistics could mean the difference between you getting laid and you just getting like a fucking phone number. That can make a big difference is how you navigate that. And like, how you navigate dealing with potential objections she has. Like for example, here's a really basic one. Like girls, quite often, like when you're bringing them back to your place, they'll say playfully, "Oh, we're not having sex tonight, just so you know." Right. And I feel like what I used to do when I got that, like when I was like, before I knew anything about like this shit, is I used to like logically try to debate her on it. I'd be like, "Oh, why not? I thought we had a really good time." And that would kill it every time. Versus when I like learned some game, I was just like, I'd be like, "Oh, no worries. I hate sex." Bam. And then I would actually want to fucking her. So that's like a super basic example.
Well, I would still.
But the point
is
that in terms of like ultimate results, like this shit is important. But yeah, it's not gonna build attraction. You're not gonna turn a girl on by being able to handle logistics.
What I was going to say is I still think it's better to be on the side of caution when she says something like that, especially in today's era. where you can get into some deep shit. But that's just me. I'm a risk mitigating type of guy. If a girl's giving you that kind of objection, it's kind of already over. So I don't know. I wouldn't take that gamble if I were you. But
what are you like so scared of? Like, I mean, I don't understand.
Bro, you realize like the day and age we live in, and like all the Me Too's and whatnot. Like, this is not something you want to play with fire on.
Teacher Johnny has a question.
It's good advice to it's good advice to exercise caution, but what you're saying is just objectively not true. Girls have a part of their psychology. They have a conditioned and logical component to be anti-slut. They don't want to appear as a slut. It's just how it is. It's just part of the game.
Girls like to fuck. Girls like to fuck.
You don't recognize reality.
Alex, tell them girls like to fuck.
I don't think that's
wait, let him finish, dude. I think the echo is on your end too, Spicoli, so just fix that. All right, let's let Elevation finish. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know how much of that you hear, but I was saying, yeah, there's a part of female psychology, the conditioned part, that is always going to have the old school pickup artists, they used to call it like a anti-slut defense. But that is still, there is a role of that, and there is a part that plays in any seduction process where, especially if she's surrounded by her fellow friends, especially for non-chads, you don't always get the approval of non-friends. Sometimes I've even seen it in real life where Chad doesn't even get the approval of her friend circle to go and sleep with him because then, she's still slutty. And sometimes they themselves want the Chad for themselves. So there's like a variety of different circumstances that causes like the anti-slut thing. But it is a factor. So just saying like, we don't have to address these objections and that we should just easily give up. I don't know, like it's good to be cautionate, but you also have to be wise. You also have to be sensible, and you have to navigate properly and competently. So yeah, you're just advocating one side or the other.
With every single thing Elevation just said. That's like pretty base take. Like you can make this, okay, like you are, like according to statistics, you are as likely to be convicted of a false rape charge as you are to be struck by lightning, right?
Hold on, can I address that?
You know what you're way more likely to do is to get hit by a car. So like, would you ever like imagine saying like, hey bro, like just going outside and driving is like way too dangerous. Just like chill at home, like, you know, because the odds on that are like so much higher than false rape accusation, like way higher. But no one would ever say that. No one would ever be like, yeah, dude,
Dr.
like
Professor Chad.
You would look at that person like they're crazy. So like you have to like evaluate real risk. Like obviously you should be cautious. If the girl's giving you no multiple times, yeah, don't push it. Like let it go. But if it's like a playful no as you're walking back to her place, like that's nothing at all. Like
no means no.
Hold on.
That's like living in like full on paranoia.
You were saying the conviction, right? It's not always about the conviction, though. Like, even an accusation itself can tarnish someone's reputation. I'm sure you're aware of this. So
you're still way more likely to be killed by a car than you are to get a false rape accusation.
Yeah, people die all the time in car crashes. It is like a frightening thing, you know. But
would you not drive because of that?
Well, I personally wouldn't, but I can understand if some people don't want to drive at some times of night or like
BMW Max.
You know, you mentioned it against the SJW chick where like you wouldn't drive on New Year's,
That's
right?
crazy.
And
yeah, well, that's what I'm
saying. That you're never gonna drive. What the?
That's based on a phobia, though. It's the fear of doing
I think he misspoke. I think he was saying
he meant he would drive, but he wouldn't judge someone else.
I knew what he meant.
Yeah, I figured.
Right, and the thing about the New Year's situation where like people are really drunk, that's kind of similar to a girl telling you last minute, like, "Hey, I don't want to sleep with you tonight," or like, "We're not sleeping." It depends on how she says it, right? You have to be calibrated.
You're really not. Like the equivalent of that would be a girl. You're laying in her bed. She's like, "Hey, stop. I don't want to do anything." That would be equivalent of that. But like you're walking back, the initial example I gave is like you're walking back to your place and the girl's like, "Just so you know, we're not having sex tonight." That's not the equivalent of that.
Yeah, it depends on, you have to read the room, obviously. So I agree with you on that.
Yeah, there's so many things that Elevation mentioned that I wish I knew. Like I've been in a lot of situations more recently where the girl approves of me and the friends don't.
Exactly.
And the girl's just like, fuck it. And literally ditches her friends for me. Like the past 2 girls I hooked up with, that was literally
with a normie. Most women will disagree on them.
But before that, it was usually like it doesn't happen. Friends don't approve. I'm not getting the girl, unfortunately. But I wish I knew why, like what was different, and like, is there a way that I can figure out why, Alex, on my own, or not really?
Well, why the friends are not approving?
No, why it like switches? Like sometimes that the friends don't approve and the girl will go with me.
Very good question, bro. What the fuck? That's
there's a theory too. Like it could be the friend might be jealous sometimes, so she might like cock block. But that's just like
some girls are just more interested.
That's like sort of asking like why are some girls interested in me and why are some not? Like the
why I want to.
There's no answer to that. It's just randomness. Like sometimes the friends are in a bad mood, sometimes they're in a good mood, sometimes they're overprotective, sometimes they're not, sometimes they're just like jealous, bitter cock block, sometimes they're not. So there's a lot of factors. But actually, I think that you can still from time to time pull a chick, even if the friends are like being a little fucking combative. There's a way to do that. I think Marcus Wolf does a really good job of that.
But Johnny, this is why I'm a fan of approaching the girl you don't want. Like me and my friends, we didn't necessarily focus on the one we wanted.
Mystery method.
So by the time you go for the one you want, it's like the other ones, they're kind of more comfortable with you.
Yeah, I need to get better at talking.
That literally has worked so many times for my friends.
I'm gonna think about that more.
That's like an old school pickup tactic. Just as a side note.
I usually just go up to the girls that I like, but in both situations, it was I saw the girls at the bar, and she was with her friends, and then she's like, "All right, text me."
And that's what naturals do. I don't even think that's pickup. I think naturals, what they do, assertive, naturally social, or extroverted guys, they're addressing the whole group. Like they're not just picking out one girl out of the 5. They're addressing all 5. They're like, they might flirt with multiple back and forth. Like they're not even looking at it like, oh, I got to do this technique to, that's just what they would do. Now, obviously us, we know, like consciously we have a term for it. And, so we can, in real time, we would be able to analyze it, but like they, without even thinking, that's what a lot of them would do.
Yeah. All right. Let's let Witch talk because he's been on. He hasn't said a word, and then it's all you, Johnny, and then we'll wrap up pretty soon after that. Witch, what do you want?
What's up, everybody?
Hey,
I appreciate you, Johnny. Hey, Alex. First thing I wanted to say, man, is I appreciate you and like all your advice and stuff. It's like the first time I'm coming on, like meeting you. So I've been watching your channel for like a few months. I just don't think Greg is a good fit for your channel or like as a mod.
I agree.
Okay, explain yourself, Witch.
That's code.
Okay.
No, because he was. You know what? I will say one thing. He was talking shit in the chat.
Myself,
I give him props for coming on. That's all I want to say.
Bro, I'm gonna leave.
Right, go on.
Disrespectful.
Go on, Witch. Go on. Let's hear it.
it's a
No.
yeah, go ahead. Witch.
Oh, no, let's go. Let's hear it.
No, he's about to respond.
You're a man-child who like bullies everybody. And you're like a man-child who like bullies everybody on your own like channel and everything. You make like 20 videos of like people who criticize you once and stuff, and you ban people from like talking bad about you on your own channel. Like you're censor happy and like you're so eager to like ban people in your own fucking like in the chat, in the PWF chat. Like once they talk shit on you, dude, like you're so insecure and it's so easy. Like you're so fucking pathetic, bro.
I agree.
Okay, hold up. Let me answer back since he's coming at me. So I don't really bully people. I don't know how you think that me exposing someone is bullying, right? And then you're talking about censorship on my own channel.
Let him respond.
Let me finish because he's calling me out. I'll fire back. So what happens on my channel, if you're constantly talking shit, I ban you from that channel, has nothing to do with what happens on this channel. I run my channel differently than Alex runs his channel.
Oh, but then you go ban happy in the chat.
Hold on, let me finish, Witch.
Let's just do one more time. Let him respond, Witch.
Yeah, let me respond. So you're projecting really hard. You're claiming I'm insecure, but everything you've been saying, so the past few days, it's been like, oh, Greg's in therapy, like, blah, 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 Greg's this, Greg's that. And I was like, all right, hop on. So, okay, I'll give you one credit. You did hop on, but all your claims are literally false. Yes, I make exposing videos, but guess what? Drama gets views. That's how I run my channel. Has nothing to do with bullying, has nothing to do with
Yeah, but it's toxic as fucking, like, you have no value in your channel, dude. You just go after other people, and that's it.
Agreed.
How do I have no value in my
and then he
channel?
complains to Alex 24/7 about other people being toxic. It's the epitome of
Literally,
toxic.
yeah.
Okay,
It's
like
the
Alex.
epitome. It's
not like
tier
he's not
hypocrisy.
like messaging me 24/7 complaining.
okay. First of all, Stefan,
He
we're not
literally
even
makes
talking
up.
about
He
you.
literally accuses people of having alts when he had over 30 alts in 1 year last year.
Name my alt.
S
Let's
tier
go. Name my alt.
hypocrisy.
It's pathetic.
Yeah.
Okay,
Alex, I don't mean to come off as like a black pill or anything. 'Cause I don't want to like side with them.
This is beautiful. I don't have to say. I don't have to say anything. It's beautiful.
Someone has really bad echo.
Alex, you gotta ban the toxic people. They're so mean to me.
Hang on.
Alex, you gotta ban them for calling me 5'10". Alex, they called me 5.
Hey, wait. I did want to ask. I didn't want to ask.
I just want to, before this continues, I want to figure out who the echo is, and then we can continue this discussion, guys. Okay, so let me just first mute Witch for a second. Okay, say something. No, not you, Greg. Unmute yourself. We have to do it one at a time.
It's either Witch or Greg.
I think it's not Greg. All right, let me unmute Witch and mute Greg and see if that makes it better or worse.
Keep Greg muted for life.
Yeah, I like that as well.
No, it's not. It's not Witch either. Let's see. Well, it wasn't Greg because we. Hang on. I'm gonna mute.
Yeah, you can hear it, dude.
It was. Let me unmute Stefan. I think it was him.
It's definitely Stefan.
Yeah, it's
I wasn't
Stefan.
even talking.
No,
but
Greg. Internet because he's too busy racing.
No, but I'm saying when I wasn't talking, I was hearing it pop, so it wasn't me.
It can still be even if you're not talking. Here, let me.
No,
mute
but I'm
Greg
saying I was
time.
literally muted.
Let
I
me
muted
just,
myself.
Let me mute
While
Greg
it
one more time and see if that makes it better. All right, guys, talk.
Alex, you got to ban the toxic people. They're bullying me. They're calling me 5'9". Alex, they're calling me 5'9".
Okay, you're good. You're good. I do think it is Greg. So, Greg, can you quickly?
I'm gonna go in and out.
Yeah, please.
I also agree, though. I think Greg, he's like not a good. You think I wouldn't be a representation, but like he's actively bullying.
I thought you guys were like fucking BFFs now.
No, not even close. I just tolerate him because he's a mod here, and like you guys are BFFs.
He burned bridges like with everybody.
You're on his channel like all the time, or at least you used to be.
Used to be. Just to address bullshit, and you sometimes get on there.
People that are on his channel all the time. I mean, he can find any reason on earth to cause a beef with you.
Exactly.
Right. I just think
you and Indian PE are the only two people on earth he hasn't beefed with yet. And Elevation. They're like you three are the only people that he probably hasn't.
He'll switch on you soon. Don't worry, Alex.
No,
he'll find an excuse.
I think Greg just needs some good guidance. I feel like he's got potential.
I think it's been too long.
But he has like no self-control.
Like, I don't know why he copes so much. He's 5'11". He should be happy. Just I don't know why. I've never seen a guy that's average height make so many videos about height.
Yeah,
he copes about it more than dudes that are 5'2". I don't understand it. I'm like, dude, you don't. Clearly, women don't find it a problem, so I don't see why he bitches when people call him 5'10" and a quarter or whatever. I'm like,
all right, let's test your audio.
Yeah, it should be better. I'm on my computer. All right, so I'll go 3-on-1 since you guys want to gang up on me. All right, so I'll start with Stefan. So Stefan is openly racist. Has sent death threats many times on his ults.
Yes, to people who physically threatened me first. Thank you for removing that context, Neanderthal. I knew you would do that because I saw you get dog walked in the.
I gotta mute you for a second, buddy.
Holy
just
shit,
finish, and then you can respond.
You got dog walked by Erudite.
Dude, just
go ahead, Neanderthal. You got dog walked.
I'm gonna have to mute you again. Just
IQ Neanderthal. You got dog.
Hey, bro, just let him go. Just let him go.
Dude, just let him finish.
Hold up, damn! What a spurg! Holy shit! Okay,
you're a man. You're a grown man. Just
I'm gonna go in order. Like, actually, you know what? I'm not even worried.
Go ahead, racist manlet. Go ahead, racist manlet. Go ahead.
You're not even.
You're
not even 6'1". You're like 5'10" max. Okay, listen.
Yeah, I know. That's why.
Hold up,
6 foot.
Stefan.
6 foot.
Let me finish.
Hey, yo, Greg. What are you in the
I'm
therapy
surprised
office?
you know math, Greg.
Yo,
I'm really surprised.
Yo, your boyfriend Witch over there.
Okay, Stefan, I'm gonna have to start taking you off stage when he talks. Like, if you can't just let him finish, and then you can respond all you want. I'm gonna give you unlimited speaking time. You can respond.
Yeah,
to every
let's
point.
go in order. I want to go. So first of all, Stefan.
Let him finish.
Yo, mute yourself right back up, Stefan. Okay.
No, I unmuted him.
Okay, cool. He's openly racist, right? He makes a billion community posts about me. It's like these peach apes, man. This holy shit. I've never met someone more racist than Stefan. Then he sends death threats to me, to Cougs. Bunch of other people have received death threats from his ults. Jen and Stefan, by the way.
After I physically threatened
and he
him.
copes by saying, I have like 50 million ults.
In Greg's world.
No proof.
Okay, I'm taking you off stage for a second, Stefan. Just let him finish, and then you can speak.
He is beyond insane. He went on my stream, and I tried debating him because they're like, yo, bring on Stefan. Okay, brought him on. holy fucking shit, went off on a huge thing, started saying, you white ape, you this. It's all on my stream, by the way. He went full bad faith, right? And that's just how he is. He spurgs out. He gets triggered. I think Stefan is very insecure. So that's towards Stefan. The witch guy, he's been running.
Whoa, Greg, let's do one person at a time.
Okay, because I was getting tagged 3-on-1.
Focus.
Okay, let's let Stefan respond to that.
All right, I'll let him respond.
Before you respond, Stefan,
right,
I just also want to ask a question. Is it true that you've sent death threats to people, or you don't agree with that assessment?
Well, I'm not sure which one he's talking about, but
just any
in general. But with him specifically, because his fans always, Denden and company always literally 24/7 complain about it. With Greg in particular, his came after a threat he made first. If you make physical threats to people first, you can't control how they react to you.
What did he
That's
say?
why I call it S-tier hypocrisy.
What
you don't see me complaining.
Wait, Greg,
me complaining about people online.
I'll pull it up right now.
Retaliate against something I said. If I randomly started, like if I randomly trolled some just innocent incel and I was bullying him, and then he like replied and he was like, "Oh, Steph, shit. Whatever," and he took it up a notch, I wouldn't be mad at him because I literally initiated that drama. I'm not an S-tier hypocrite.
So what did he say exactly?
Yeah, what that? Oh no, he made physical threats as far as like boxing, and I'm going to beat you up and this and that. And I don't trust mentally insane people. Me personally, I don't carry weapons, but I don't trust that all other mentally ill people do that. So when mentally ill people threaten me, I take it seriously. I assume they are very serious. A mentally sane person that can beat me up, I know they might be joking and they have stuff to lose. But a mentally ill person with weapons, whether they can fight or not, it doesn't really matter.
Can you explain exactly what he said? Like he challenged you to a boxing
match? After this, can I fire back whenever? Yeah. Okay.
So did he like challenge you to a boxing match, or did he say he was going to stab you, or like what exactly did he say to you that caused this whole thing?
He tells people
there were multiple
boxing gloves to fight them.
There were multiple, like if you went back through his channel, there would be multiple instances of it. So there'd be multiple times, oh, I'm going to beat you up. Oh, if I see you, I would do this, I would do that. I would do a full Nelson. I would do this Muay Thai jiu-jitsu lock on you if I saw you in person. Alex, I know a lot of MMA people. Most of them are pretty, humble and avoid conflict. But I do know a few who are mentally unwell, to say the least. Oh. So when they make threats, I take it serious. Some of them might be trolling. Some of them, maybe they can't fight. I don't know. I don't have the time to pick and choose which one. I just treat all those people as mentally ill, and I take their threats serious.
Holy shit.
Which I think anybody would do.
Are you done, or
people who can actually fight don't go around fucking?
Oh, and people who use the N-word without the hard R, I don't respect, because if you're going to use it, just use it. I mean, I've literally been I'm actually kind of friends with Ethnostatus on my channel.
I'm gonna say
even them, if they were going to say the N-word, they would have the balls to use the hard R. Now they don't say it because they're actually, I don't know, for whatever reason they like me. Even though I'm black, I don't know. So I guess some of you JBW cells are kind of nice to black people. Not all of you are racist like Greg. Some of you are actually respectful. So that was actually pretty refreshing to find out on my journey in this black pill community. But I'm just
monologuing.
I don't understand why people like Greg, who have an average or slightly above average height, why they go down this dark path and they get so obsessed with it and they let their insecurities bleed out online and they cause drama 24/7.
He's just mentally ill and bipolar.
I don't see it. I don't understand why. It gets views.
Wait, Greg. So you don't go to therapy?
Wait, hang on.
Hold on.
I'll give you ample time
right now.
Wait, I promise I will give you ample time to make all your points, but let's just let Stefan finish. Okay.
Yeah,
and then we'll.
Which can go?
Let's let before he goes.
I gotta respond to that.
Let's let Greg respond to that.
Stefan made some bold claims and he lied. So number one, Stefan, you said you don't carry weapons. Are you denying that you ever owned or had a firearm?
I mean, if you count fake ones, then yeah.
That wasn't a fake one. I saw you with the real assault rifle on your Instagram. It's number one. Number two.
You mean the one? You mean the one that
was
I had
not
for
a
Halloween?
Fake firearm. Trust me.
When I had fake tattoos.
Hold up. Let me respond. Hold up.
Yes,
number
that
two.
one.
You talk about mental illness, but literally, you're one of the most mentally ill people I've seen. You try to make this claim saying that
rejection.
One of you hard. Okay, which shut up. You can go to therapy.
Shut the fuck up, bro. You never shut the fuck up, bro.
Like,
you're always talking, bro. You're always.
All right,
talking
hang on. Stop.
I'm trying to go. I'm being 2v1.
Shut the fuck up, Greg.
Let Greg finish. Let him finish this point, and then you can go.
Oh man, these incels get funnier and funnier.
Yeah,
so
these
what's Stefan? Okay, bro,
These
Stefan. Yes, Johnny, she's solid. So, yeah, swipe right. I guess they're both black pillars, right? So this is like one thing I noticed that like a lot of guys they cope really badly with the
I'm not a
results
black
with
pillar,
women.
bro. You're fucking
I'm not a black pillar.
Okay, let me finish.
There's only 2 black pillars on the panel.
It's like those
Greg
freaking birds. They're like Mike. Like you say one thing, they just
the
start
2
going.
black pillars are in the
Just
middle.
let the guy finish, dude.
Holy shit! It's like 2 fucking little kids. Yes, get it, Johnny. Wait.
All right, Greg, go ahead. Finish.
Sorry, I'm just Johnny showing some girl. Okay. So he's a known pathological liar. I challenged him to a boxing match because he kept talking shit. He said, "You deserve to be unalive." That's one of the first things he said. He told he'd put Cougs on a stretcher. Cougs Johnson can back me up with that. He's made several death threats. No one takes him seriously because it's like
I've already apologized to
someone's base and going, I'm gonna kill you.
I've already apologized to Cougs on your stream while you were there in front of you.
Dude, okay, shut up. Hold up.
And I made it clear to Cougs
and on top, I'm just gonna talk over him because he doesn't shut up. So with Stefan,
that's what manlets do.
Openly racist, and you look at his posts. He talks about white peach apes. Holy shit, you're calling me racist, but you're
calling me a nibba. I'm going to be a social justice
and then you said
warrior
crackers. Like holy shit, I get you hate white people, but relax.
Greg, you're a nibba.
You seem very insecure about
Greg, you're a nibba.
Because you LARP.
Greg, you're a nibba.
Number one. Okay, hold on.
Greg, you're a nibba.
Relax.
Greg, you're a nibba.
That's by the way. That's how Stefan.
You're scared to use the hard R. Greg, you're scared to use the hard R.
Greg was abandoned by his parents.
Greg, you're weak.
You have a father and a mother.
Okay, agree.
Just use
motherfuckers.
We'll respect you more if you. Holy shit, Greg, we'll respect you more if you use the hard R. We would respect you more if you had some balls and used the hard R.
Number 2,
if you grew a pair of nuts and used the hard R, we would have some.
I'm muting you for a second, Stefan. Just let the guy finish.
He's like a little kid. Holy shit. Mommy,
nibba.
Right now. 2 questions. Number 1, you talk about therapy a lot. Are you in therapy or did you quit therapy? Answer truthfully.
Let me unmute him so you can answer.
No, not Stefan. I'm talking to Witch. Yeah, because I hear you talking shit in the chat. So are you in therapy?
So are you done responding to Stefan?
Yeah, I guess I'm done with Stefan. I mean,
so then you can go back.
Let's go, Witch. Let's hear it.
I'm done with that nibba.
Yeah,
for sure. Okay, so it's my turn.
Stefan. All right, let's go. Witch.
Sweet.
Your time to shine.
So you're saying you've never been to therapy before?
What does this have to do with me? I asked you a question. Are you or
what does this have to do with?
Hold up, Witch. Don't answer my question with a question. It's a yes or a no. Are you or have you ever been in therapy? Because you talk about it a lot, almost as if you tried it, it didn't work out. So let's hear it.
No,
have you been in therapy?
I haven't been to therapy.
Which is probably why
I just like to make fun of you, because you're obviously fucking mentally ill, and you've admitted
to being mentally ill on stream. Are you qualified? Are you qualified to diagnose me with mental illness? Do you have a degree? Do you have a psychology degree? Or are you a licensed?
There's an old saying: it doesn't take a chef to know a fucking bad meal. It doesn't take a mental health expert to know you're fucking like crazy and shit, dude.
Are you a mental health illness? But how would you? I mean, are you a mental health expert then? How would you know I'm crazy?
I'm just observing. I can see your actions, bro.
How?
Any normal person can tell like whether a fucking
find a normal person for me, because it's obviously not
someone who doesn't fucking act like you, someone who doesn't make fucking 10 videos fucking on every like person who makes one small comment critiquing them, bro.
What small comment? No, the only people I've made videos on is just
dude. You make videos on everybody who's been in the fucking like playing with fire chat.
Not really. I mean, the only people I expose.
You can deny it. You can sit and deny it here.
What's for L even talk you lie about?
You're a weird ass.
Everybody in the audience.
What's for L still doesn't admit that he uses Face App. I have a whole video.
Dude, look how obsessed this guy
on
is.
Instagram because I called you out.
I blocked you because you're weird as shit.
Because I called you out on using Face App.
No, you're weird. You use my photos without my consent.
You send me those photos to use. Okay, I don't even want to hear it. Go play your rock.
Looks, he talks about you.
Go look at Jorge Del Rio's Gonyo angle.
And he
go
talks about it,
Rosa Sky, bro. Come on.
Hey, chat.
Now.
If you want to know the video where he admits he goes to therapy, let me know. I got you.
Yo, holy shit, dude.
Wait, what's wrong with that? I go to therapy.
Why do you care about? Here's the funny part, right? Why do you care if I did or go to therapy? Who gives a fuck? That's what Alex.
Let me address Alex's question.
Who gives a fuck?
Therapy is a good thing.
It is a good thing.
It is a good thing, but the thing is, Greg never learns from it. He obviously doesn't learn anything from it because look at the way he behaves.
Wait.
He behaves like a complete man-child. Dude, you're like a near 30-year-old loser who still lives with your grandma, bro. And you're not even a cop yet. Most people become cops at like 22 or some shit, bro.
Holy shit,
dude. Pathetic loser.
I could tell that this guy. So I'm gonna make.
And you're on stream all fucking. You're like.
Yes, I'm on stream because I do YouTube, and it's not all day.
Defending your honor like a
Number two, I live with my grandma because I take care of her. Something you probably wish you had a family. I mean, it doesn't seem like you have a good relationship with your family. Based on how you're acting in the chat,
but I don't have to cope because I have my own fucking place.
Alex, I think I messaged you about the Witcher guy because he just like, Greg is this, Greg is that. I'm like, holy shit. The obsession is real, bro. Like, not only do you sound insecure, I'm willing to bet one reason you're not camming.
No one's fucking obsessed with you, Greg. I just don't fucking
cam
like
up real quick. Show your face.
I'm just a face. I just watched.
That's what I thought. Exactly. You're probably a sub 5. What's your lay count? What's your lay count, bro?
It's 17. I don't need to fucking go liking around saying I have like a fucking 200.
People don't like
very intellectually stimulating.
People don't like me because I call them out on their shit looks, and you get triggered over every little thing. I tell you.
You smashed 105. Congratulations.
3-on-1. Let's go.
Congratulations. You smashed 100 low tier.
Honestly,
I'll smash better looking girls than you. Holy shit, Stefan. The girls you showed as your receipts, bro. I wouldn't spit in their direction.
I'll 1v1 debate you.
Your taste in women is
not today.
Your taste in women is invalid.
Hold up.
I'll 1v1 debate you, and I'll still fucking destroy you.
1v1. All right, I'll let you debate me live on my channel tonight. 1v1.
No, I'm not gonna fucking go on your channel, dude. No, because you're gonna be like fucking Rolo Tomasi, bro.
What do you mean, Rolo Tomasi?
What do you want to, Witcher? What do you want to debate him about?
Okay, I'll debate him.
I just want to debate him like how he is actually a fucking loser and he's pathetic and he's fucking mentally ill and he doesn't fucking belong here. Or
yeah.
I just want to call him out on his bullshit.
How would you like?
You feel like? Okay, I'll let Alex go. I'll go after Alex.
That's facts, the Don in chat. That's facts. Greg doesn't like black women anyway, so it's disingenuous.
I do love black women. I never said I hated black women.
Your taste in black women is trash.
All you gotta do is like watch
I completed the rainbow, but
for like an hour.
You can't even judge. You can't even judge white women correctly.
You're sub 5. Shut up.
You can't even judge white women correctly.
I mogged you hard, Stefan. Shut up. So, which
you think low tier Beckies are queens? You think low tier Beckies are goddesses? You simp. You think sub 5 Latina women are goddesses,
and I will gladly debate you. It's probably, I mean, I don't know.
Keep sipping for those average Latina chicks.
I'll debate you.
Yes. Go ahead.
I'll go for it.
Do you genuinely respect Greg?
Yeah, I like Greg. I respect him.
There's no way.
You think he's a respectable person?
Looks for all stop gaslighting.
Like he behaves like a normal person.
I think he's definitely got his shortcomings for sure.
A lot of them, yeah.
Like, are we talking about
for yourself, which?
But he has no ability to like self-reflect or anything.
As a human being, yeah, I like
Max looks for L. Dude, just okay. I will say one thing.
Any way to like burn
I would have
with
more
anybody
respect
in the
for
chat.
you if you own to using FaceApp. How are you? Okay, criticism for looks for L. How do you bash guys like Alex, Indian P, and everyone else for using FaceApp when you do the same fucking thing?
The combo
Holy
off of your
shit,
weird
it's not
ass
deflecting. I called you out. Dude, you guys been 3v1 debating me, and I debate mogged all 3 of you.
Greg, where you're
Johnny's
no one likes you.
swiping on all these baddies right now while we're doing this. Johnny's doing the right thing, and you guys are all exactly, Johnny. You the man.
But I don't think he's fitting for the channel. He's always
Greg,
like.
You think you'd be erudite it'd be your opinion on if you want or not means
I don't want to
nothing.
say I like
invalid.
steamrolled her, but I held my own, and guess what, dude? I held my own.
You're only fucking tough online, Greg.
I beat you.
You have no substance, so you pull a Trump. You try to debate like Trump because you have no substance.
I don't debate.
You're not even funny, so
you guys
can't
are
even pull it
3v1 debating me, and you're still getting mogged. Imagine that.
No one
Trump
believes
is
that.
actually
Everyone
funny.
fucking knows how stupid
and
you
the
are
Witcher
in
who
this
doesn't
game right
cam
now,
up, bro. Out of everyone here, Johnny
I don't need a
and
cam
Alex
up because then you're gonna fucking make like 20 videos on me.
You guys have the most respect. Johnny, you're a real one. Alex, you're a real one. All
he's gonna show. He's gonna.
The only reason you're
stream.
saying they have respect is because
he's gonna go on stream for 12 hours and show women your
and you
pictures.
watch my streams. Holy shit! How do you know that I stream as long? You guys are all.
It shows the time on the thumbnail. You low IQ.
But you admit to looking at my stream.
It shows the
Alex,
time
this is
length
going on the
thumbnail.
Clips channel. This has to be on the Clips channel.
I don't have to click on it and watch it to see
Subscribe
that it's
to
12
Playing with
hours
Fire and
long.
buy the product. Buy the Playing with Fire product.
And that's why Erudite dog walked you, because you have those
definitely need the product.
You're not funny.
And
you
which
can't pull
you
off
definitely
the
need the product.
The Trump strategy doesn't work if you're not funny.
Buy the product.
You guys remember when Greg had his channel named Greg Lyrical?
No, Johnny, go. Johnny, go.
Let's let Johnny go.
Johnny, save him. Save him, Johnny. Save him.
No, I wasn't going to say anything about this.
Save him, Johnny.
Yo, shut up, Stefan. Go.
I opened this girl. She's in Illinois, but it's kind of close to where I'm from, so I go there often.
Drink your water, fucking nervous.
I was like,
bitch.
I actually go to Illinois pretty often because I'm from Northwest Indiana. And I was like, how about you? She said, haha. I don't make my way to Indiana.
Fuck you up, bro. I'll crack you, bro.
Yeah, what's up?
What should I respond to that? Should I say something
like?
I
couldn't hear shit because these two are on here. Say that again.
What the fuck? I said, all right. Literally 4 texts. I said, so cute so far to this girl in Illinois that's kind of by my hometown. She said, wow, sad. I didn't even notice. I said, I usually go to Illinois pretty often since I'm from Northwest Indiana. How about you? She said, haha, I don't make my way to Indiana often. Haven't had a reason to. So should I say?
Well, we're going to have to change that now.
Oh, man, that's so funny. Yeah,
I was going to say something along those lines.
Johnny,
Stefan, I have a question. You made the claim that Greg is racist. Where does that come from?
Oh, I don't think he's actually racist per se. I mean, he's literally friends with QB, so obviously he's not completely racist. I do think he's somewhat prejudiced.
I think in his weak moments, he's willing to be racist. I remember when he got so triggered after his channel got a strike, he was like, if Stefan comes on my stream, I'm gonna say some racist shit.
Yo, pull up Dennis Wynn's comment. 3v1 is hella unfair. Yeah, that is exactly.
Dennis, Dennis, I'm gonna say you're right. You're right. I'll debate Greg 1v1.
Well, Dennis, you can come on.
Debate him 1v1.
You know what's funny, guys? I just want to make note. 3 black pillars.
Bro, what's funny is your fucking forehead, bro.
They don't
if you headbutt to the ground once, the fucking
which is the sub 5. Looks like a fake 6.5.
Yeah, right. Pathetic.
Well, cam up. Why do you not show your face?
Because
looks is a 7. Many girls, your pictures.
Greg, show more. Smack the hairline, like to the back of your head, bro.
Somehow you got through life with like
your grandma,
validating you. You know, you're still 145 pounds with 6'2" or whatever. Well, all right. What's up? Let's do a cold approach challenge. Are you down?
Dude,
you fled. Okay, hold up. You fled from that. Alex can vouch. You didn't want to do that speed dating competition with me. You're like, bro, I'm not worried about you. But if you're such a mocker and you're so badass, why didn't you go up against me? Exactly.
Chad, Greg is gonna make like a 2-hour stream about it
right now. But yeah, Austin Summers and me are like it's locked in. Yeah, Alex.
Is it locked in because he's gonna beat?
I don't know. You're the one that told me about that.
I bet you he's gonna beat you. Looks.
I spoke to him and he said he's down. So
easy mog.
That's gonna be like my final mic drop. After
Summers
that,
for W. Summers for W. You won't beat Summers.
Cope.
Stefan, you cope all day, bro. Holy shit.
Cope for life.
Yo, Witch, come on my channel, man, and debate me. Are you too much of a soy boy?
I'm not coming on your fucking. No, I'm not coming in your own.
No, Witch, you should go on and embarrass him. Witch, you should go on and embarrass him.
I'll make one point.
Alex is willing. If Alex is willing, I'll debate him on Alex's channel, but some other time. I have to have time.
Yeah, you have to prepare for it because you cope really hard.
Make you actually look stupid. Yeah, I'm gonna make you look hella.
You're making yourself look stupid.
You already. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's projection on your end,
do some research on me.
You have no fucking you have no ability to like self fucking reflect, bro.
I will literally. Dude,
it's hilarious.
Speak for yourself. You know what's funny? Yes, they're claiming their
Frank in the chat. Frank, your comment in the chat. That's a good point.
It's so funny.
Frank is pretty close to getting down, so I don't know if he's the person to use. But
no, I mean, there's people have clipped Greg saying chimpanzee multiple times.
Yeah, you know why I said that? Because
again, nobody wants to hear the S-tier hypocrisy.
Low IQ, dude. He was trying to race bait me, and Other people will back up. QB knows. Everyone, there's a lot of people that saw it. Stefan is a
Why
race
would I
baiter.
try to race bait you
wanted
when
me-
you've already
Bro,
been clipped multiple
No,
times?
I never said the
saying
hard
that,
R.
idiot.
Find one video of me saying the hard R. You will never find it. You will never
because
find
you're
me saying the
scared.
hard R.
You don't have the
I'm not
balls to
scared.
use
I
the
have no
hard
reason to
R.
say it. I'm not going to stoop
You're
down
a
to your
coward.
level.
You'd
But what I
rather
will
say nibba
about these
because you're a
guys-
coward.
Guys like Looks for L.
You'd
guys
rather
like
say
Stefan,
nibba because
guys like
you're a
Witch, they will
coward.
never say any of this to your face. They will never say this in person. They're tough behind screens.
Hey,
but
Greg,
if I pulled up,
Greg,
you
up
would
to
not
California
say
then,
it.
bitch.
Bro,
Box
I'd certainly
No,
say
you
to your
would.
up to
face.
All right, let's
California.
go. Would you box me? Like, let's say
Dude,
in the
look at
ring.
him. He's
Would
a
you go?
monkey. Oh,
Yeah.
let's box, bro. Let's box.
Yeah, because I
The
fight with my hands.
You live at home with your grandmother. You have no
That's
life.
then, exactly.
I'll fucking box you.
Dude, yo, man, I'll box you. Let's go. You won't even debate
Pull
me.
up
How
to
would you box
California
me?
then,
All right,
bitch.
bet. Let's go. Fly out.
Pull up to California.
No, you pull up to Philly. We can do it in my boxing gym. Let's go. We'll record it.
No, bitch. Nah, you fucking threaten everybody
Pull
with
up.
like a boxing match, but you're too fucking
I threatened
pussy
who?
to like pull up.
Wait. Who did I threaten?
You threatened fucking Stefan. You
I
threatened
didn't
Mateo.
threaten
You're
him. I
like, oh, I'm gonna
challenged
pull
him.
up
I
with
said, yo,
fucking
let's
boxing
box.
gloves.
And he's like, oh, he's a death threat. No, he said, why would I fight someone who deserves to be unalive?
If you're not pussy, then pull up to California. Then
No,
bitch.
you can
You have
fly. I
threatened
don't
me
come to
multiple
bitches.
times.
Bitches come to me.
You're a
Come to my
coward.
MMA gym. Come to my MMA gym, bro. Why?
Nah,
Dude,
how about we
let's
get
go
a third
sign a
party?
waiver
How
so that
about-
way
how
when
about
I
we
knock
get-
you
How
out,
about
bro,
we get a
it's gonna
third
be a
party to
wrap.
fucking?
Jeez.
Greg,
how
you
about we
do
get a third
deserve to
party
be
to fucking?
deleted.
Yeah,
though.
Michelle, you should come on. I
Greg,
deserve
you
for
do
what?
deserve to be deleted. You threatened me
Oh,
multiple
come on,
times,
dude.
you coward.
Come on,
What
bro.
was
You
that?
threatened me
Whoa.
multiple times, you
Was that a
coward.
death
Now you're
threat?
acting like a victim.
Whoa, he just did a death threat. You guys heard
No,
that?
I didn't say that. I said you deserve
Wow.
to be deleted, you cracker.
I wouldn't say that.
Come on now,
Yo,
man.
Alex,
You
this is
stupid
exactly what
cracker.
I'm talking about. Holy shit.
And you can't use the hard R, you
Cringe,
stupid faggot.
bro. Race
You
baiting.
deserve to die,
Okay,
you
that's a
stupid
little.
cracker.
That's a little
Yo,
crazy.
Alex, are you hearing this? And you're still letting him be on your channel after
because
that?
unlike you, I have a
Holy
pair of
shit,
nuts.
It's highly entertaining.
You
but
can't use the hard
Dude,
R
that's
because you're a
fucked up.
bitch.
Stefan,
Greg, you're a
Alex,
bitch.
host our boxing match.
Use
Yeah,
the
I'll
hard
box
R
you
next
both.
time, you
I'll
white
take
monkey.
you on.
Use
Let's
the
go.
hard
I'll fight
R
you
next
2-on-1.
time,
I'll still
faggot.
knock you
Dude,
both
I'll
the fuck
fucking
out.
knock you out so
Use
fucking
the hard
good.
R next
Dude,
time.
your
Whatever.
technique is so
Let's
pathetic,
go.
bro.
I want to
Punch
see
like a
a
bitch.
Greg
Let's go,
versus
Brady. Come
Stefan
through.
boxing match.
My
They call me
I'll beat you guys.
5'9".
Any
Alex, they're
rules?
so toxic.
No,
They
me,
call me
Alex,
I
5'9".
will take you on 2-on-1.
Alex, I
Let's
call
go.
people
How-
chimpanzees,
okay,
but they
Stefan's
call
a
me
skinny cell.
5'9",
Rich,
so
how
they're
tall
just
are
as
you? How much do
toxic
you
as
weigh?
me,
I'll
Alex.
fight you. I'll box.
Alex, I call
How
people
much I think there's
bro?
a
I
difference
bet.
between
How
saying
much
someone's
do you weigh?
5'9",
Scan up real
saying
quick.
that
Oh wait, are you sub 5?
they should
Yeah,
kill
come on,
themselves.
let's fight. Fly over to Philly. You can come to my MMA gym.
Alex,
be
that's
happy
the
to host it.
point.
I can tell you don't train.
Okay, fly
because
me
one, you're
out
not
then.
humble with.
Fly
I'm
me
just
out
gonna
then.
ignore the
Oh,
sub
wait,
5
you're
Copa right there.
fucking Uber
Yeah,
driver.
let's.
Can't
If my
fucking be a
technique
cop.
is so bad, right, and you're confident you can beat me, then fly over. Let's go.
Fly me out then.
I'm not flying you
Fly me
out.
out
You
then.
can fly yourself out, brokey. The fuck,
You're a fucking brokey, bro.
bro? How much do you make an hour? Obviously,
Fact,
Wait, where
I'm
does
I'm the one who
Stefan
wants me
live?
to come over. If
Thank
you're
you.
boxing,
Stefan, where do
you
you
can't
live?
even show your face.
if you,
Okay,
hey, how about this? How about this? If you win
I live
the
in
boxing match,
Philly, and
I'll
that's why I
reimburse
take
you.
his threat seriously.
well, first of
Oh,
all,
so you guys are in the same city, so you guys can meet up for a boxing
yeah,
match.
I
yeah,
challenge.
and if you support mentally ill people, I think you deserve to be deleted
He's not gonna
too.
do it. Yeah, me and Stefan are both from Philly, and
Wait,
I
it
challenge.
seems like
If
you
you
have some beef.
support mentally ill racists, I think you
Bro,
deserve
you
to
just
be
got
put in a
caught
box
saying you
along with
deserve to
them.
die. Holy shit, bro!
Yo,
You're
Stefan,
crazy.
kinda
I
wild,
mean,
though.
it seems like you have a lot of beef
Alex,
with him.
I'll send you the clips of him saying chimpanzee
and
a
there's
1,000
clips-
times, and
I mean, I
you're
don't
going to
really
ignore it because you're a disingenuous
You're
blue
literally
pill simp.
grifting.
You're a
Stefan,
disingenuous blue pill simp. Down at your core, you're more black pilled than all of us.
you're
Your
so
friend got
funny,
cheated
bro.
on. You're a sub 5.
Isn't that
You're
so
with your
funny?
looks match.
Jen and Weeb S is
Stop
Stefan.
coping.
Stefan,
Every
you're
stream
calling
you
me
put
schizo,
on
but
is
you
a black
talk to your
pill
own
win. You have a
Okay,
bunch
that's
of
pretty
incels.
interesting that you took out your
The
frustration.
black pillars in your
on
chat have more
But
game
that's
than the
Stefan
guys
is
who
I'm gonna mute you because you're just talking.
Yo, but
your students have less game.
Wait, let me see.
After removing from the
get the
stream,
fuck
I'll
off
add
the
you back
panel,
on.
you subhuman.
All right,
The
it's
part
just-
where I
this is,
called Greg out for having
This is a fun turn of events that
I know,
guess
Alex.
Stefan is so
Content,
frustrated
content.
that he's
Yo,
just like
we made it to the clip.
he's trying to like
get
attack
it.
me now.
Get it.
Chat, you
But,
already know the fuck. You already know Greg's gonna talk about.
Yeah,
his kids,
Stefan, I have
Yeah,
like
and
zero
you
idea
hate
what
watch
the fuck.
me too, Witcher. What's up, dude?
Whoa! Let me respond.
My man, Denton. Shout out to my boy. Okay.
Dad, I have no idea what the fuck you're ranting about.
Greg, what happened to your parents, bro?
Build, I don't, wait,
What happened to my what?
Muting both of you. Okay. No one lets me talk anymore. I just finished eating my nice little meal. All right. Anyway, so yeah, so this is like a nice little fucking angry tangent. I guess Stefan makes like 0 sense. I don't know in any way that I'm blue pill, unless you count being blue pill as just like being a decent human being who is into like being in relationships with girls that he loves. But yeah, I mean, it seems like you have.
I don't know if that tangent was meant for you or Greg.
Well, it was definitely meant for me. He said my name, but yeah, it seems like you have a lot of issues with Greg, and you guys live in the same city. So I don't know. I feel like the logical thing to do is meet up and do this boxing match. Do control, do it in the gym. Make sure no one gets seriously injured. Like referees and shit.
I'm down.
But, But I mean, I feel like if you don't do that, then
Stefan's not down. I don't think Stefan is down, but I'm down.
Let's see what he says.
If he wins, I'll reimburse him.
The problem is you live on the other side of the country.
I mean, that's true. But I mean, if he's so fucking willing to like fucking threaten everybody with boxing matches and shit, and like he thinks he's this fucking he thinks he's fucking Canelo or some shit.
I don't think I'm Canelo.
Put your money where your mouth is, bro.
I mean, I'm decent. I can probably beat you up, Witch, and I can beat up Stefan, but I'm not pro level.
Okay,
I mean, I have years of experience. Put your money where your mouth is, I mean, bro. I know how to fight. I can tell you don't, Witch.
Let's get a contract signed, bro.
Okay, let's do this.
If you win,
how much do you weigh?
If you win, I'll reimburse you.
How tall are you? Okay, I'm down. Well, how tall are you, and how much do you weigh, Witch?
I'm 5'9", and I'm about like 175.
Oh, perfect. So, okay, I'm a little bit taller than you, and I weigh more. Okay, that's fair. We'll do it.
And I'm
I want to get back into the Stefan character.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's transition.
Stefan, hopefully you're done with your little Spurg session. So yeah, what are you thinking in terms of the Greg boxing match? I feel like it would be a good resolution to this whole thing.
Okay, Alex, really quickly, you're not a blue pilled simp.
He's gonna deflect.
You're not literally. I only say that because Ganstar said it, and I just like saying that. But
he's gonna deflect everything you said, Alex.
Let
him finish, Greg.
I do think you are black pilled, though. When I say that, I am actually serious. I do think deep down, I do think you're black pilled, but you just can't really admit it. So you kind of you admit that looks matter and all this other stuff, but then you kind of stop it short there. So anything
99% of people think looks matter. That's not like a black pill position. The question is to which extent. Black pillars believe that looks matter either 100% or 90%. I believe that looks matter 50%. That's not a black pill position. That's more closer to red pill or pickup. So yeah.
It's just with all the face app and all that stuff. It's just I can't see how you're not black pilled if you're implementing more strategies than the actual black pillars. Most black pillars, I know they're
lazy as fuck, and you guys just would rather complain and play victim. But I actually like to take action.
But you would think they would be the ones.
Stefan is deflecting everything you said.
I know you would think that, but that's not how it works. But if I think looks is 50%.
I'm 100% against catfishing. 50%. I'll never catfish a girl.
Okay, dude, you can fucking.
But the red pill guys will catfish women all day.
It's not grandstanding, bro. It's just not right to catfish women.
Alex literally
I know you guys are ultra ethical. You guys would never do anything bad. I get. But anyway, so yeah, if you think the looks are 50%, then of course you would do as much as you can for that 50%. Obviously, 50% is pretty significant.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, that's all I had to say about that. But
okay,
if you approve of two mentally ill people meeting up and fighting, Alex, I think you're naive.
Are you actually? Wait, Stefan, are you calling yourself mentally ill? Because that's the first time I've heard you even refer to yourself as being mentally ill. Let me just add one thing.
I actually have a mood disorder. I don't know.
You have more than a mood disorder, my friend.
I don't know what
you're a whole walking disorder. I love guys.
You have
all a bunch of crazy motherfuckers. Johnny's.
We're crazy for Alex. We're Alex.
I think you.
I'm Alex's button pushing monkey. Okay, so watch yourself.
You are.
I am, and I admit to it.
That's so pathetic.
But you don't admit that.
He's like the father figure you don't have.
It does feel like Stefan. It does feel like
it's me. I'm my own daddy.
I'm gonna temporarily ignore that little tangent you went on against me and just focus on the bigger issue. It does feel like you really have a massive issue with Greg, and it feels like that you would like to.
Oh no, not really.
Wait, really? What?
No, I mean I've literally corrected the record, so I'm pretty much good. I mean it's over. I was looking forward to seeing Greg get dog walked by Witch actually in the debate.
It sounded like you really.
I've said my piece. I'm done. I don't need to dominate the stream.
Wait, so you don't hate the guy? You're just like neutral about him?
Likes attention.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty much over. I mean, Looks or Witch can talk if they want.
So you're cool with Greg?
No, look, I'm not.
Well,
cool
I mean, I wouldn't say cool, but I empathize with mentally ill people. So obviously, I'm not going to hold a grudge against mentally ill people for years. I'm going to just chalk it up to the fact that they are still in the middle of their journey, and it's going to take Greg at least a year or two to really see an improvement.
That was the quickest turnaround ever. Yo, you fucking faggot! You should delete yourself, bro. You're not that bad, man. I give you a hug. If we saw each other.
Bipolar as fuck.
That was the quickest turnaround I've ever seen.
Borderline personality.
Oh no, I'm not cool with him. I still think he's low IQ. I think he's disingenuous. He's a bad debater. He's I think he has dozens of character flaws.
Bruh,
but that doesn't mean I don't have empathy. I mean, there are plenty of people I feel sorry for. I still think they're idiots.
But you don't think he should delete himself anymore?
No, he still thinks.
No, I think he should go to therapy for literally 2 years.
Agreed.
I think you need more than 2 years therapy, Stefan. So I love how this whole thing happened because Alex was like, "Yo, Stefan, why don't you box Greg?" Oh, well, Alex, I think you're black-pilled. That's what Stefan does. So if you want to talk about bad faith, that's what he does in debates. When you back him up into a corner, he just pretends he doesn't hear it. He did the same thing on my channel, and he's done that many, many times. Stefan, you're a terrible debater.
I have no idea what this guy's talking about.
That's why he left the panel, because he got mugged. I mean, I will say
the panel that you picked me from. Richard, yes, another disingenuous claim.
No, it's a true claim. Witcher.
Oh no, you're right. It's a full out lie. It's not disingenuous. It's a blatant lie. You're correct. I'm correct.
Panel
it's an 100%.
But he went on panel and he was talking massive shit in the chat. So that's the only little credit I'll give to Witcher. But I still think he's a piece of shit. That's my theory.
Where did Witcher go?
He said his phone died, quote unquote.
Oh. Looks for L calls Alex subhuman, trash on Greg for his beast. Yeah, I mean, looks are cool. I'm actually a very forgiving type of person, unless you're really close to me and you really break my trust. But yeah, one statement said in fucking semi-jest, I'm not gonna hold a grudge.
This is just purely looks. I'm all about the looks, as you can tell.
Yeah, I know you weren't trying to imply that I'm actually in terms of intrinsic values, talking about looks, which I disagree with. But, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, but for Greg, I can give you reasons why he's not good as a mod.
Go for it. Give me some reasons.
Not to mention people don't like him at all, but let's get into it. So number one, he's starting to dox people. He uses photos without people's consent.
Wait, do you have proof of that? Looks for
yeah.
I'll let him go, and then I'm gonna address his claims. Go, make your claims. Look.
So he's starting to dox people. He's used photos of myself without my consent as an experiment, quote unquote. That's just not something to do. It's kind of weird and mentally ill. Also, he's always stirring the pot in the chat. He doesn't know how to mediate. He abused his powers today. There's so much stuff like this that I don't think he's fitting. Not to mention, his channel is very negative, as you can see. It's always bitching about others.
Receipts of him sending you the pictures and saying you can use them, by the way.
Yeah. So
on Discord.
Yeah, so that was just photos I sent him. That doesn't mean you can use them as catfishing online.
Bro,
what?
Wow.
It's completely different because he was using photos of me from terrible angles for some reason. And so me sending you photos does not mean, yes, you can use my photos to catfish people online. I could literally
anybody, bro.
I could literally take legal action with this. But
take legal action. Take me to court.
I could, but I'm not going to.
Take me to court.
This guy's weird.
Look, so you cannot. Unfortunately,
yeah, stop coping, dude. Sit in your fucking corner and play Rocket League. Listen to this. So the first thing was that I'm a bad person. Okay, he's just mad that I did a Tinder experiment. I used this photo.
I didn't even know what you were using it for.
I got more matches than looks. Coke. That's number one. Number two, those photos literally where you said, yo, bro, you're using these bad photos of me, and I just want you to use better photos. Here's some better photos to use. So I use these photos, and I if I was catfishing, I'd be like, yo, bro, let's meet up and try to meet up with these girls. I could care less. I didn't even message the girls. Literally, no girl opened you, by the way, and 3 girls opened me in the experiment.
Look how he's like trying to
both
like.
pictures were not FaceApp. Brutal. And I showed it on stream. It was exposed.
Bro, this is
brutal.
not about.
Shout out to Maui. Maui,
this
you're
is
a real
about
one,
the
man.
fact that you're using another man's photos and creating a profile. Like
You're just insecure about your looks. Sorry, bro. You're not Chad
Not to mention like all the negative stuff he does on his Kim channel. He stirs the pot in your chat 24/7 instead of moderating it. I don't think he's suitable for that role. That's all I'm saying. I mean, people don't like him.
Okay, looks. Do you think maybe you do the same thing and you always
Looks, to be fair, a lot of people have made that claim about you.
Well,
hey, but he doesn't do it to the extent that Greg does.
Not even close. Not even close. Like Greg is doing it. He's on every stream. He's living with his grandma.
You say that I can't be as much as Greg.
You say I can't be trusted, looks, but you literally lie about everything. You lied about the whole, not to throw you in the mix, Johnny, but the whole Johnny situation that almost escalated with Indian P. That was because of looks.
Well, Johnny, do you want to clear up some stuff because
bro,
like, I'm tired of having
you're
to
like
defend
low
this.
key. You're not at the point of pathological liar. But you're that type of guy.
No, this is very important. I already cleared it up with Alex. But...
yeah, look, you're not Greg level liar
it's
yet.
Obviously me. I'm the best chat ever. Yeah.
Yo, Johnny, do you want to clear this up? Because I'm like tired. I'm tired of having to.
Yo, is my mic echoing?
No,
what's up,
it's
BK?
a little better now. Yeah.
What's up?
Yo, you see that BK guy? He mogs you, looks. How do you feel about that? It's a real Chad. Something you'll never be, looks. How do you feel about that? You're getting mobbed really hard, by the way. That's why you're not camming up.
It's so weird. This dude
was Greg. He mocked you.
Put a 1 in the chat.
How are you talking?
Greg, he mocked you.
All right, let's let Michelle talk. And
yeah, Michelle, what's up?
Put a 1 in the chat if you think Greg's parents abandoned him.
At least I have parents.
Where are they then, bro?
You'll put a 1 in the chat if you think BK has
bro,
a higher
I'm playing it on my TV, so I don't want to echo too loud. Echo.
Let Michelle talk.
Let's let Michelle talk.
Right, BK, turn off the YouTube if you have it on in the back.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear.
Okay, cool. Okay, we're good now. So I actually do have some feedback, like for Greg. I can kind of understand where other people are coming from, but I also really do sympathize with Greg. So I was actually planning on talking to Greg for a while now. And Greg, you know that like I'm not somebody that's like going to come after you or be a jerk to you or be bad faith with you at all. Like when I give you feedback, it's really coming from a place of your benefit. And you know, when I first met you, I thought you were really sweet and you were absolutely hysterical. There have been times where you've stood up for me and I've always appreciated you for it. I also appreciate that you don't like kind of drag me into drama. When I have terrible insomnia, your stream is there for me. But for a while now, I've seen you do and say things that have kind of disappointed me. And I don't want you to think that this is about any drama in particular or anyone in particular. This is just, you know, from me to you.
Okay.
But I don't know if you understand or even care about the impact of some of the things that you say, that how it'll impact you and how it's going to impact others in the future. I've seen you take opportunities to be brutally mean and bad faith to people that you once called friends. And that doesn't reflect well on you. It makes me actually nervous to do this and be honest with you because like, I don't know how you're going to turn around and come at me. All right.
Okay.
But like, that's what I mean though. It's like, you don't hold grudges, you hold all out attacks. And like, they're pretty brutal. And oftentimes they're over like some really silly things. And you bolster your arguments with like non-facts or things like, you know, based on like, trust me, bro, I can tell. And it's not a great way to make your argument. And then there's the fact that you will horribly degrade entire groups of people to insult your target. And I don't think that that's right. I don't know if you think it's funny, but it's not a joke. These are things that are going to impact you later. These are the things that impact Alex and everybody around you and the people that come on your show. So I just want to say that lately I see you choosing to do things that are disappointing and they don't make you look like a good person. And I really hope that you start choosing differently. That was it.
Okay, can I respond to that? I'm not going to be bad faith because I actually like Michelle. So, okay, Michelle, you're making a lot of crazy claims, and I'm almost wondering if you know who spoke to you and you're kind of siding with you know who, but that's fine. I just don't want to mention names because, you know, there's going to be legal issues soon, so I can't really drop the name. There's going to be so that's all I'm going to say about that. But in regards to Michelle, I think she's largely misinterpreting. Like, okay, if you think me just kind of like saying whatever the I want to an extent and being like super like brutal, like like I'll go off sometimes, have no filter, but that doesn't mean I'm a bad person, right? So far you mentioned, so this I'm kind of like trying to remember exactly what she said because that was a very lengthy thing. But yeah, people that I used to be friends with and I kind of turn on them, I feel like based on the description you've made, it's about you know who and like maybe like Mateo or someone else. No, dude, like if someone does me dirty, for example, I am gonna call him out. Okay, maybe I'm gonna roast them, but like look at the double standards, right? People can't take it, but then like they'll dish it out. Same thing, you know, people are always roasting me in chat, blah, blah, blah. And as soon as I say something, people have an aneurysm, right? And this isn't about you specifically, Michelle, because you've been very, very fair and like good faith. So, you know, about you know who or whatever. Obviously I can't say names. And then, you know, Alex's prior situation, I don't want to say the name with you know who, is the same incident. So this is kind of similar, right? So, you know, there's a reason for why I say things. Could people get offended? Yes, some people get butthurt, right? But if you get easily butthurt, then I don't think you should be on the internet. You know, that goes for like everyone because people are going to say shit, right? Half the people don't have something going for them. They're like very insecure. Like, for example, like the Witcher guy talks about therapy, this, that, and the third. And parents, this might be, you know, I could be wrong, but based on the projection, you know what I mean? It's he most likely did not grow up with a father figure or mother figure. Had childhood trauma that most likely, you know, correlated to his, you know, future and stuff like that and just other stuff. And I'm saying, assuming most likely it's not factual information, right? So then you said something about me saying information that might not be true. Well, that's an opinion. I think I'm allowed to have an opinion, right? Like if I think, for example, right, like I speculate, right? I think based on the claims I've made, my speculations more often than not were leaning towards the truth. And yeah, I mean, sometimes I'll say like savage shit, right? Like, I'll be honest, I got no chill. But I think like, you know, you're entitled to your own opinion, Michelle. But I think a lot of the stuff that you said is not true. I would say like 80% of the stuff you said isn't really true. I'll give you maybe like 20% up for grabs.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Do you think that there's like any room for you to be doing better?
It depends what you define as better, right? Because like,
well, like are there times like you say you have no chill? Like maybe take what I'm saying and just as feedback. You know, I'm not coming for you. You know, I'm not like trying to do anything like that. I'm not.
We're cool.
Exactly. Like I'm telling you this from a good place, and I just feel like maybe you should reconsider some of the things that you say. And I think anybody would say, you know, based on like the last months of actions and drama, you know, hey, maybe you might have, you know, overstepped the bounds a little bit. Maybe you could have done something differently. Maybe you could have modded differently. Like, I just feel like you're not taking like a reflective point of view. You're taking a very defensive point. And I understand people that came after you all night. Like I totally would be too, but just, you know, me, and just, you know, take it for what it's worth. I mean, you can disagree all you want, but I needed to say it.
Okay, and that's fair. Now, since you said it, you're going to have to cite exact sources because you can't just make claims without sources. How exactly, what things did I say that made you feel some type of way? And then on the other hand, wouldn't you agree that the people attacking me could do something different? Because it's not fair to just make it, oh, Greg needs to do this. Do you think maybe Stefan or Lux or whoever, whatever, Witcher, do you think they maybe could do things differently?
Totally. That's just it. The people who I am in contact with, like, I do call people out. Like,
okay,
it actually just speaks to like how, you know, close we've gotten because I am calling you out.
Okay, and do you have exact examples of what you're saying I could do there? Like, give me exact claims.
Sure. Yeah. So like going back to like where I said you make stuff up or whatever, I had said I can't grasp the right phrase, but I feel like sometimes you practice a bit of willful ignorance when it comes to certain technical things like copyright claims or what is fair use. Like you really just want it to be what your definition is, but it would take like 5 minutes of you looking it up to actually know what it is.
That's so funny because I knew you were going to come back to that. So this is what this is all about. Okay, got you. It's with you know who. Okay. No, fair use. Obviously, it's open to interpretation, but YouTube wouldn't take down your channel unless it violated their guidelines. Now, on the other hand, if you want to play devil's advocate and you want to attack me for fair use, you would have to attack, I'm going to say her name or whatever the pronoun is, Karen, because Karen openly admitted that they have access to a mod on Reddit, and then they gave me a second strike and they're trying to ban my channel. So on one hand, since you think I'm trying to take down you know who, you would have to play the same thing on Karen and you know who, because they're conspiring together to take my channel down. So it's always double standards with that, because I believe this person, and based on intent, and I have proof, exact evidence, they're trying to take me down. So
I feel like you're fighting like more of like the motive of the subject, whereas I'm saying like you could be more knowledgeable as to what it is, literally. You could actually study what copyright and fair use.
Sorry to cut in here. Is my mic better?
Yeah, good. You might as well cut in here because I think people are getting bored of the freaking back and forth.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I just think it's entirely stupid to argue about pointless things like this, you know, but that's just my perspective.
It's like a PP measuring contest. It's like, bro, my dick is 7. My dick is 7.5 inches. Oh yeah, my dick is 8 inches. Yeah,
says the guy that measures height 24/7.
Bro, but you don't even know your own height, Stefan. And then when I challenge you to do a measurement video, you decline, just like my boxing match. Exactly, mogged. And then exactly, it's not fair use. I agree 100% with you. It's not fair use.
I've said my height dozens of times, but you ignoramuses just make up heights in your own head. You wish I was as short as you Coper.
Just because you say your height doesn't mean it's true. I could say I'm 6'4". That's not going to change my physical height. Just because it's on your driver's license,
and we wouldn't believe you. You know you're.
But here's the funny part: just because it's on your driver's license, Stefan, it's not true. You know, I've never. The funny part is, I've never met someone more insecure than Stefan. Like, holy shit, I could see why you're black pilled. The black pill collected you a long time ago, and there's no going back. Maui,
if I'm insecure about my height, why are you the one that keeps asking about it?
I started off my claim to fame on YouTube. Why I like height so much because I started off on celeb heights, right? Like
your own height.
It's just a topic that like you can expand upon.
So
like some people can expand upon drugs,
about your
like
own
Stefan,
height.
right? He can talk about all the drugs that he takes, all it's like that, blah 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 blah. But with height, you can expand upon it, and sometimes that money goes to charity. And Alex,
I'm starting to believe you're 5'8".
I'm 4 feet tall. I'm 4 feet tall. Alex will back me up that height can be a good thing because we raise money for charity with the height measurement. And a lot of times these height challenges, and you know, if possible, if we can do the Indian PE height thing measurement in the future, we can raise more money. So height for charity. So there you go. Height is beneficial.
All right. Let's speak logically on this. Is this gonna get you anywhere in 10 years? Is this conversation gonna help benefit you in any type of way in 10 years, or is this just education or entertainment right now, bro?
It's good for clicks, bro. It's good for clicks.
Hey, that's fair. That's fair. I can see that. I just hope you guys aren't actually passionate on this issue and this, you know, this. You know what I mean?
Hey, BK, you got to remember, you're talking to the most vapid, substanceless, low IQ person in the manosphere. You got to remember that.
But by that account, you would hate BK because he's white. You said something about crackers and peach ape, so you probably don't like BK for his skin color. Let's be honest.
So Greg, why would cracker have anything to do with other white people? I've never understood.
Is cracker not a racist term, Stefan?
So when
you're not calling me a graham cracker,
with...
I'm not an animal cracker, right? He's not calling me fucking Ritz. He's not saying I'm like a fucking wafer.
Oh, now you're deflecting. You're deflecting.
I'm a frosted animal cracker, bro. You ever had those? Those are actually fire.
Exactly, bro.
BK, I want to ask you this.
Yeah. What's up, bro?
If you were an abolitionist back in the slave days and you were one of the normal guys, you were like, I don't agree with slavery, whatever. I'm going to help these Underground Railroad people get the freedom, so I'm going to be on their side or whatever. So you give them food or money or whatever you do to help them, right? And then someone 100%. Calls, and then let's say one of them calls Greg a cracker because he is pro-slavery, right? Would you take that? Would you take offense to that, even though that term is only referring to a specific type of white person? As an abolitionist, would you take offense to that?
And then I have a follow-up question.
I just want to make that clear. Because we all understand the context of that word. Greg is the only person who doesn't understand the context of that word.
Well, no, I mean, I just quickly
we all have.
Let Alex talk.
I just quickly Googled it on Wikipedia, and it says cracker, sometimes white cracker is a racial slur directed towards white people, used especially with regard to poor rural whites in the southern United States. So, it does seem like it's a little racist. I don't know.
See, me personally, when it comes to like racially charged words, it's one thing. But if you're just using it, saying it like you don't have ill intent when you're saying the word, right? So, me personally, like I know the history behind it, whatnot, both the all the type slangs and stuff like that. But like if I'm saying it, just hanging out, it's called buddies. I have a lot of black buddies, right? They don't mind me saying it because they know I don't have ill intent when I'm saying it, right? Because they're buddies, right? We just shoot the shit, whatever. Yeah. But now if you're talking about someone you don't know and you say, they don't have that same perception on you and they may take offense to that, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And then I got a follow-up question for BK. If someone tells you you deserve to die, would you take offense to that?
Well, BK
I mean, me personally,
BK doesn't.
No. I mean, it's obviously some random troll, right? But don't you think that somebody who's saying, "Oh, you're low IQ, you're this, you're that, you deserve to die, you're mentally ill," do you think that person is trying to go after you? I guess it's all right. This is now the Greg show. I'm taking over playing with fire. No, I'm kidding. I don't know where. But yeah,
BK doesn't seem like the guy to troll people and threaten them. So I don't think BK would.
I find it stupid.
Situation.
Nah, I'm talking about the guy on the right, Stefan. He has a history of doing this shit.
I think.
Yeah, I'm talking about the guy in the middle, the low IQ Neanderthal. So now he's
I don't think it gets you anywhere, bro.
Talk about Johnny like that, bro. He mogs you, Stefan. You're a sub 5. Johnny's Chad Light. Don't talk to him like that.
You're a sub 95 IQ,
bro.
I'm being generous. You're right. It's sub 80.
Things are getting heated again. Are we pretty close to a resolution? Because I do want to.
Yo, we can wrap this up. Even if there's no resolution, just wrap it up.
Alex, Greg is a coward that doesn't stand on his square. He's scared to use the hard R.
I'm a coward, but I challenge you to a boxing match. You won't box.
I mean, I don't want to
cries victim.
I don't want to use the hard R either. I don't know if that makes me a coward.
I think
Alex,
you wouldn't use Alex. You know what I mean?
Alex, you don't call people chimpanzee either. So Alex, you're not prejudiced. So obviously that wouldn't apply to you regardless.
Okay. See, if I were to use that word, it would be towards like a very direct individual, not towards a whole race, right?
It's common in Philly to use it, and Stefan, he lives in like the hood and stuff and lives in like a really bad neighborhood. So that also could affect.
No, it's not common to call people chimpanzee. I've never heard people call chimpanzee.
You're in like the hood of North Philly, bro. Like
Greg is the only person that calls black people chimpanzee and thinks that's normal.
I didn't call black. I just called you one, not all. And because you've said so many racist things, that's why I said I don't care about saying it to you. And guess what? I'd say it to your face too. Would I say it to a generic person's face?
No, you probably wouldn't. You probably wouldn't live long enough to say it.
Bro, I would knock you out in 2 seconds. You wouldn't last a second. What are you, like 130? You're 5'10", 5'11", 130, bro. You're like a fucking paper towel, bro. I'd mop the floor with you.
Yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
You're a mop,
travel
bro. You're
faster than that. It's a good thing.
You're a mop. You could try to run for me with your track. I'll still catch up to you, and then I'll pile drive you into the floor. I'll fart and
I'll lay you 6 feet in the earth. I'll lay you 6 feet in the dirt.
You can't even pick up a shovel. How are you gonna dig?
And you were crying about a fake gun. You were crying about a fake gun in a TikTok video. You fucking
coward. It was a real gun. It was a firearm.
You were crying about.
Are any of you guys Second Amendment activists or what?
Yeah, but
are you all just?
Stefan has been 302'd before, so I don't think he should actually own a firearm.
Gun in a TikTok video.
It was a real gun. I saw him dancing. It was a real gun, and he was like, "Yeah, man, I'm a gangster."
Alex uses a fake gun in a TikTok. You got. I've never been scared of a fucking TikToker.
Yep.
I've never seen one guy in one breath bully people. And
wait,
then in the
Stefan,
other
can you tell us?
Actual
question. Can you tell us why your Instagram account got banned? Did you violate policy? Because he said his Instagram got banned.
BK, this guy bully people by day, and then at night he cries to Alex to ban people, and he bitches about TikTokers with fake guns.
What?
That is the epitome
Bro,
of
I think it's all super pointless.
All right, anyway,
I'm very big on having a growth mindset, and I feel like this is just a backwards mindset. You know, you're not accomplishing anything with this argument. You're not. No, it's going nowhere, right? You're just going in circles for the past 30 minutes.
Anyway,
you know,
I want to wrap up.
people.
I have
Alex
to
wants to wrap up, please.
I have to decide what I want to do with the second portion of the stream. I might like take it and separate it and put it on like a whole new stream because I feel like I don't want people who are like just casually like Googling Austin Dunham, like, oh, let me find out what this PWF dude is about to like fucking venture into this and be like, what the fuck did they do in the after show? So yeah, I'll think about that. I'll figure it out. Yes, Johnny, what was your question?
You know what you do, Alex, every single time after the speed dates, as soon as it ends, the last person, you're like, oh, literally every single, but that wasn't my question. That just, you reminded me of it. No, you should watch next time. He goes, oh, well, who's your favorite?
Correct, man.
All right, no, that's not my fucking question. Who said that shit? Who else?
You guys are so funny, bro.
So what was your question?
I'm just sitting on here dying, bro, losing brain cells the whole time, bro.
Bro, I just wanted to ask some questions about games. So it just has to do with like what I said before. Like the three things. Do you agree that you should definitely approach more to work on your social skills? That you should look smacks and you should fucking get your social media presence to like a top tier level. Like, do you agree with that? That will get you a lot of bitches. Like,
yeah, I said yeah.
Yeah, then
that's gonna yield you more bitches than you can possibly imagine, bro.
Exactly. You want to reap in the benefits of the host. So what I was going to ask is actually, which one of those three you think would be easiest for, like, I don't know, someone like me who's pretty good at game already, and will like get you the most results the quickest, and also if you got to a crazy level in one of the three, which one would you suggest?
Dude, I don't know. That's an impossible question to answer.
What the fuck? I'm gonna do it. That's why I'm asking you, Alex. I'm serious.
Dude, I don't know. I mean, I feel like you don't have. I would probably say the social media one because I feel like looks you're like 60-70% looks max. Like game you're probably 70%. So like, but social media I feel like you could do a lot more on that. So yeah, maybe like some status shit. I don't know.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. And then I guess hypothetically, fuck it. Could you answer it for me? I'm just curious what you think. Like if you got on the top 0.0001% of one of the three, what do you think would be the best for getting bitches?
Probably status.
Status. Gotcha. That's all I wanted to ask.
Yeah, no worries. All right. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. We're going to be back tomorrow night. We got Kyla coming on, Not So Erudite, and we got this dude who wants to debate me about some random thing I said. Should be fun. But yeah, anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this.
Kyla, you mean the girl who destroyed Greg in the debate? That Kyla?
Zero chance.
The one that dog walked him and made him look like an idiot.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that wisdom. All right, anyway, guys, appreciate you all and have a good night.
Take care, Alex.